I'm here with my biggest fan, Joseph.
Glad to be back, everyone.
Yeah, it was either this or Saw X, and I didn't want to watch Saw X because I don't want to watch 10 movies of bullshit. So I decided to go see The Creator, and I decided to invite this poor bastard to see it. And it's probably the most mid movie I've seen all year. It was kind of boring. It was really long, and I don't think I'll ever watch or think about it ever again. What do you think?
Okay, so when you asked me to come see this, at first I didn't even know what movie you were talking about, so I googled it. I was like, oh, it's that sci-fi movie that looks like Star Wars. I was like, all right, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I didn't have any expectations, I guess.
I was expecting it to be like Blade Runner, where it would look really good, and
it did. I liked the cinematography. I thought it looked beautiful to look at in terms of world building. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Not the best, but it was creative.
Blade Runner was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of the look of this movie is good. All right, let's start from the beginning. So the movie's about humans and they're at war with AI, which is pretty topical for, you know.
It's basically like Terminator 2.
It's the whole reason. Yeah. And it follows John David Washington, which we'll get to him. Follows him, and he goes to search for a weapon, and then surprise, the weapon turns out to be a little girl, and then it becomes The Last of Us, but in the Blade Runner world. And more happens after that, but it's a pretty basic story. And first off, I want to talk about John David Washington, because I don't like to talk shit about actors that much, because they're doing their best acting. Like I can't act. If you had me act in a movie, I'd be terrible. Like, okay, I'm not an actor, so I'm not, you know. But John David Washington is becoming, like, every movie I see him in, I like him less and less. He just, like, you just look at him and you're like, this guy, I don't want to be a dick, but this guy doesn't have it. Like, he just doesn't. He's not a movie star, you know? He's not terrible. I've never seen him in a movie where I'm like, man, he sucks. But I've never seen him in a movie where he had a lot of charisma, or where I really rooted for his character, or...
He's just a protagonist.
Yeah. You know, Black Klansman, he's fine, but he's not even like the fourth best performance in that movie.
Adam Driver, baby.
Yeah. And then Tenet, again, not the best performance in that movie.
No.
And then Malcolm and Marie, there's two performances in that movie, and guess what the second best performance in that movie is? So he's just, I don't know. I've never been into John David Washington. So with this movie, at the beginning, I was like, you know what? Maybe this movie will convince me, because he's pretty good in that opening scene. I'm like, you know, I buy them as a real couple, whatever. But as the movie goes on, I don't know, his character, he goes through a lot of changes and development, but I never really bought it. You know what I mean? Like, I never really, it never felt natural to me. It just felt like he changes because the script tells him to. So I don't know.
Okay, so first off, the first line I heard him, he sounded exactly like his father. Like how he would say that line.
There are some scenes in Black Klansman where I'm like, that's Denzel.
That's Denzel. So, name's John, right? John David Washington?
Yeah.
Him as an actor, I'm not too crazy about him. He hasn't wowed me in anything he's been in. But I guess that's partially biased because I'm expecting him to wow me. I mean, his father's fucking Denzel fucking Washington.
That's a tough act to follow.
Exactly. So I know he doesn't want to just get roles just based off that name. He wants to do his own independent thing. Mm-hmm. But so far, he just hasn't done it to me. Like you, he's not charismatic in any of the roles he plays. It's just bland. I don't want to say he's not wooden, but it's just bland. Like, there's nothing for me to man, I love seeing this guy. I just can't wait to see his character again, or just see him. I'm just like, oh, yeah. He's, taking us to the story. He's the main guy we're following.
I like the way you put that. Like, he's not wooden. Mm-hmm. He has emotion in his role, but I've seen it before, you know?
There's nothing about it. I'm just like, man, this is the guy. This is why he gets these roles. This is why he gets work.
Yeah, in this movie, at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, nice guy, but who cares, you know? And there's a little girl in this movie, and honestly, she's the best part of the movie, for sure.
I think it said introducing, right?
Yeah. Which good for her. Good for her. Yeah, she did a good job. I mean, she doesn't have a lot of like lines, but she carries. Well, I don't want to say carry, but she really sells the emotion of certain scenes.
Once she was introduced, the movie picked up.
It did. Yeah, I agree with that. And there are some other good performances in this movie, like Allison Janney. She's pretty good. She plays this villain character. She's pretty decent. Ken Watanabe, he's in it. He's decent. Gemma Chan, I mean, she doesn't really have a lot to work with, but she's fine. She's good.
She's what's known as, I don't know what's the spoiler, but you know what fridging means?
Yes. Yeah.
That's basically
Immediately I thought that. Yeah, we'll get to it later, but there's a lot about this movie that just...
It's nothing new.
I've seen it in other movies.
In so many other movies.
Like, even the connection between him and this little girl, it's like, okay, Last of Us, Logan, God of War.
So many times.
Yeah, Mandalorian. You gotta stop. Like, I get it. Like, how many times are we gonna see old, bitter man take care of a child?
It's like, I can see just like, you know, in the, what is it called? In the room when they're doing ideas, like, all right, let's do that, but this time with AI.
Oh man, it was kind of weird like at the beginning of the movie starts out with like them talking about AI and what it is. I'm like, man, this is very uncomfortable because I've always thought AI was just creepy. I tried using ChatGPT once and I'm like, this is uncomfortable.
It's closer now than ever, right?
Yeah, so this movie's topical, I'll give it that. But I mean, another issue I have with this movie is just it's a lot of style over substance, you know? Like a lot of like the story is not anything new, you know?
Like I see a lot of storyboards of like cool ideas of what this director had in mind, what he wanted to put in a movie.
Yeah.
He's like, how do I put that together?
Yeah.
And that's what he came up with. There's one scene in particular that me and Brandon talk about in the ending. I'm just like, that doesn't really need to happen, but I feel like he saw a vision of like how these two characters
it would be a
up.
cool visual.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it. Didn't really need it. It just made the ending longer, but I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. The cinematography in this movie I wasn't too big a fan of. There are some decent shots, and I like the production design of this movie. It looks really good. But a lot of the shots in this movie they feel very claustrophobic. Like it's like really close to the characters' faces, and there's a lot of shots that just don't. I feel like there should. I don't. You know what I'm trying to say here, right? Like, it's just it makes the world feel smaller when all the shots are so like closed in. You know, and like you don't get it. You don't get a lot of shots of like the world. And I would have like Blade Runner 2049. You see like
you feel it.
Yeah, like there's just shots that are just showing off the environment.
And you see the scale of the building so big. Like
yeah, this movie could use way more of that.
The scene when he's talking to Joy and she's like a big ass hologram.
Yeah, and you see her. She's looking down, and he's so small.
Yeah, you just feel the scope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie could have used way more of that to really sell me on this world.
Granted, that is a better director.
Well, yeah, that's Denis Villeneuve, you know.
Yeah, so we're talking different classes in terms of director.
Yeah. I'm not saying this movie needs to be a masterpiece. I don't think this movie... Well, actually, this movie was a little pretentious because it has, like, title cards and it plays a lot of classical music and it, like...
Yeah, I guess I'll agree with you. It has more style than substance.
Yeah, like...
A lot of cool shit, but they needed someone better to come write it.
They needed a better writer, yeah. I think the director...
It's okay.
Fine, but you needed a better writer for this. Like... I don't know. I just think this movie is just very generic, very bland. It would have been a cool video game. Like I would have enjoyed playing it.
Well, I thought about watching the movie. I'm like, this would be cool if it was like animated.
Yeah. If it had the animation
like
style
this
of like
world,
Arcane.
If it was like that, but like rated R, I feel like I would really like this better.
Yeah, and this is kind of a nitpick, but I don't like the look of how the AI not the robots, the AI people.
What the whole...
Yeah, I think they look stupid. Like, I'm like, what's the point of AI if like they like you can tell that they are.
I guess for the audience, that's just a general thing of letting them know to follow easily that it's not fully human, but they look close enough like us.
Yeah, I just think it looks dumb.
I mean, like you said, like that one looked like a sex doll.
Oh yeah, there's a sex doll in this. She's technically not, but let's be real, she is. That's what she is. Let's be real here.
Because there's actual robot droids, and then there's AI that look like humans, and they're just humans. So there's a mix.
Yeah, I thought this one was kind of pretentious. Like it It had a lot of like. It has that really cliche thing where a character remembers like his dead wife, so it shows flashbacks of them like hugging on a beach. Like
That's always
that's
in
every
movie.
single movie. I thought of like John Wick, where
Because
like
that makes us want to relate and sympathize with the characters.
I'm not married, so I don't relate. No.
But losing a loved one, having a loved
Yeah,
one.
yeah, sure. But like I don't know. Every single movie has the exact same flashback of them like in the bed touching each other's face. Like every single movie. It's so really funny.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And this movie's too long. It's like 2 hours and 14 minutes, and it could have been cut down to like.
The ending does drag. Like after I thought what the finale was. There's like an extra 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah. And the movie felt a little inconsistent in tone. Like at times, I feel like it wants to be this big like epic, and at other times, I feel like it just kind of wants to be like just a straightforward action movie. And I feel like it kind of wanted to be both, but you kind of have to pick one or the other. You know, like. At times, I felt like it was wanting to be like Blade Runner 2049 specifically, and at other times, I feel like it wants to be The Matrix, but not even like the good Matrix, like the sequels. You know what I mean? Not like very different movies, but I just mean in terms of like it just wants to be like a straightforward action movie. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just couldn't tell what this movie was really going for because I really honestly like. I never really cared about what was going on.
I think the director was trying to make us root for the AI because we connected more with them than humans. Like it's supposed to, like kind of like Planet of the Apes, how like humans lost their humanity and we related more to the humans at the end, or the apes. I meant
the apes. Yeah.
We're rooting more for them. I feel like it was going for like that, but in terms of AI.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this was like preachy towards religion, because every time the child did something.
Oh
the
yeah,
power was like this, and then they're always saying that she'll be the one to save us all and bring peace. Both will live coincide.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was playing on religious or like building a new religion based off of AI. That this is what they worship.
I don't know. That's something to think about for sure.
Because like there was droid monks.
Yeah, there were.
So
there is a lot of religious like imagery. In
I don't know
movie.
if that was intentional, or that was just is what it is.
Yeah. I really just don't know what this movie was going for. Like, I don't know what it was trying to be. I really don't. So, yeah. Really not much to say about this movie. Very honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. The only reason I saw this movie was because I just wanted to have at least one review this month because shit didn't come out. Like Ahsoka came out, but I need to wait for that to finish before I review it. And then the only other option was Expendables 4, and I'm not watching that bullshit, you know. And then Saw X, like, come on, like, and I didn't want to see Dumb Money, so it just came down to this, and I thought it'd be cool. I was like, hey, I like science fiction.
Well, I mean, we would have had fucking Dune next.
Oh man,
week.
that pisses me off. We could have had Dune.
We got horror movies coming out.
Yeah, we have Five Nights at Freddy's. That's gonna be a banger.
Exorcist. We got another one. Saw came out this week, so
yeah. Why would Saw not come out in October?
It has more time to play for the whole month of October, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. No, but yeah.
Paw Patrol, come on, guys.
Saw Patrol, yeah.
We got Tay-Tay coming in, bro.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm genuinely thinking about seeing that. I really am.
I'll go with you.
Oh, dude. We should review it. It's technically a movie.
Yeah.
We'll
see. Just reminds us how fucking poor we are. We can't afford Taylor Swift tickets.
This is the next best thing. You know, when the Billie Eilish movie came out, I was like... This is a review of the Billie Eilish movie now, but when the Billie Eilish movie came out, I've said this before. I work at a movie theater, and I had to stay in there to make sure the screen was working or whatever. And I was like, well, there's tons of screaming girls, and like everybody's like really loud. And I've never been to a concert, so I was like, you know what? This is probably what it's obviously a much smaller scale,
right? But
like I was like, I guess this is probably what it would be like to be at a concert. But I don't know. I've never been to a concert, so I don't know. But Taylor Swift, that's my most anticipated movie of the year. They're playing it in IMAX theaters, which is hilarious.
I wouldn't be surprised if they sold out.
Honestly. They probably will, man. Swifties, they're like... I'm surprised being a Swiftie isn't like a legal religion at this point. I'm serious, dude, because like... They treat her like she's like an actual like goddess.
They do that with Beyonce.
Oh, I guess so. But yeah, I guess so. Beyonce.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to like maintain that status for a long time.
Mm.
Because usually, like now, celebrities do something when they get some cancel or not, like fans turn on them.
Yeah, either that or they just kind of fizzle out.
Kanye.
Well, Kanye's been canceled like 20
Kanye's
times.
got his own problems.
Yeah, Kanye, that's a different story.
But yeah, usually that happens.
Yeah. This is a review of The Creator, but I don't know. Let's just talk about stuff. Are there any other movies you're excited for
If
this
you
year?
had to rate it, The Creator.
I give it a 5. I don't think it's a
5?
bad movie. I think
Jimmy Johns really gave this a Blu-ray. Huh?
Yeah, he gave it a buy it on Blu-ray. I didn't watch the whole review, but I saw that.
I think it's a.
Jeremy Johns, I would give this a. You're not gonna remember it.
I was gonna say T minus.
Like a couple days.
There was one scene that did make me laugh.
Yeah.
When that like self-destructing bomb thing was running and the kid stopped it, and then it turned on again, and his character got the kid running on the bridge. That reminded me of Tropic Thunder. I don't know if you guys ever seen Tropic Thunder, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. When Ben Stiller goes back for that Asian kid and he's running back, he's like stabbing him in the fucking back. That cracks me up every time, bro.
Yeah,
when he throws him over the bridge.
Yeah, he looked at me and he
It's Tropic Thunder.
I was like, yeah. It kind of took me out of the scene, but it was worth it. That scene just made me laugh because it looked like a trash can with legs. So it just, it kind of made me laugh. Reminded me of Trash Can Bob from
And I thought that was
Black
so
Hole.
weird. I'm like, bro, they created an AI bomb to destroy AI.
Yeah. Do you think this movie will do well in theaters? Because we saw this Thursday night, like maybe like 5 other people.
I'm gonna say no. And the reason I say that is I don't think it's not based off any existing brand. It's its own thing.
You think it'll bomb?
I don't think it'll bomb. I think it'll make like maybe $200 million. I don't know what the budget on this was. I'll say this.
Budget was like 80 million, I think.
I'll say a good thing about this movie is that the CGI
Yeah, it looked good.
for this is good compared to Marvel shit, which is budget way better.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the budget. I imagine not Marvel scale. I imagine 100 or less.
I think it was 80 million. I might be wrong.
If it's 80 million, it'll make its money back, I think.
Yeah, I think I think at most it'll make 200 million.
That's what I'll say. It'll make its money back.
There was one woman in front of us just on her phone the whole time.
She saw the Kevin James meme.
Yeah, the one where he's like.
I thought that was funny.
She was on it like basically the whole movie.
That tells you how much she was enjoying the movie. She's on her phone.
Yeah. She also had a beer, so I think she was drunk.
That's funny.
Oh,
yeah, I agree. I give this a 5.
Yeah.
Compared to the other movies we've seen together, Flash still remains the best.
Yeah.
That's
pretty sad.
It's alright.
I like the Flash movie.
Yeah, it's alright.
I thought it was decent. I mean, I like that. I'd rather watch that than this.
You ready for Aquaman? Are you even gonna see that? Did you see the trailer?
I didn't even watch the trailer. I saw it came out, but I didn't watch it.
It's like more of the same of the first.
See, the first one was like so forgettable. Like I honestly feel like I've never seen the first one.
I
because
had
was
fun
that
with it.
forgettable.
I mean, it's an Aquaman movie. It's as fun as much as I can have with an Aquaman movie.
I don't know.
I mean, I can't expect that to be like Batman level. It's Aquaman.
Did you hear? I don't know if this is true, but did you hear that people were walking out of the test screenings?
Yeah, it's because
Yeah, yeah. Because the
But
baby.
they said why? Yeah, the
Yeah,
baby
yeah.
guys.
That's my first thought when I was like, oh.
I thought it was because Amber Heard, but she's not really in the movie that much that I hear.
No, I guarantee you she'll have like at most she'll have like 2 cameos.
I hear it focuses more on Aquaman and his brother, like a buddy cop kind of dude.
What's his name? Patrick Ocean Master. Yeah.
Conjuring guy.
Yeah. So, are there any other movies you're excited for coming out this month or this year? I mean, Napoleon.
Yeah. Killers of the Flower Moon. You know, that's fucking
man.
long as hell.
I really don't know. Listen, man, I love Scorsese as much as the next guy, but I really don't know if I can sit in a theater for 3 hours and 26 minutes. Like, I just don't know if I can do that. It was hard for me with Avatar, you know?
I don't mind it as long as it keeps my attention. Like, have you still seen Babylon? Still haven't seen it? Huh?
No, I haven't seen it.
Babylon. Those who have seen it, there's like 2 scenes I enjoyed.
You didn't like it?
Bro, it was a long movie. So, like, the scenes me and Jillian enjoyed the most were like the beginning scene, the party scene, and then
The ending seems like a big montage of like a bunch of movies, right?
it's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's like, what am I really watching here? Like, I enjoy what I'm watching, but like, what's it all together?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like that movie, but it is definitely too long.
The ending makes it worth it, though.
Yeah,
It's,
exactly.
totally left field.
Yeah, a lot of movies are really long these days. Have you noticed that? Like every fucking movie, every month, there's like a movie that comes out and it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Like,
even Across the Spider-Verse.
yeah, that was long.
But
But
I
that-
enjoyed every minute.
Yeah,
of it, and
exactly.
It didn't seem like it. That's different.
Oppenheimer was long, but like it never dragged. That was, but it was.
It didn't drag, but if you weren't expecting it to be a lot of talking, you're gonna feel like.
Yeah. I think I liked it because I knew what it was going
yeah,
in.
exactly.
If you don't, then yeah, I can
You're
see
gonna
it.
be like.
But I knew
"Oh."
exactly what it was.
Exactly.
But like, what the fuck was it called? Like Avatar. Like I liked Avatar, but I was like, yeah, this is a 3-hour movie. Like because there are 7-minute scenes of her
them
just swimming.
swimming.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is cool. It looks great, but like,
It's just nice to look at.
I don't know, man. I don't understand why every movie is so long nowadays. Like, I liked John Wick 4, but like, that was a long ass movie, man. Like, why the fuck was Guardians 3 2.5 hours long? Why the fuck?
To make you cry, Brandon.
I did not cry. I did not cry at Guardians 3. I did not cry. What was the last movie you cried at?
At the theaters or just in general?
Just in general. I'm trying to think actually. What's the last movie? Was it Click?
I remember you told me that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What was the last movie I cried at? I
I don't remember.
did not cry at Guardians.
Watch me like remember like tonight. Fuck! I should have said this.
I watched Whiplash the other day. I didn't cry at it though. It's a good movie though.
I can't remember the last movie I cried at.
Nope, can't remember either. I just don't cry. I'm just tough like that, I guess. Anyways, so before we go, I don't know. This is my channel. I can do whatever I want. So I'm just gonna talk for a bit about other stuff because I haven't made a review in a month. So like, I just feel like talking for a bit, I guess. I don't know. Have you seen any good TV shows lately?
Sex Education. You need to watch.
I don't
it,
watch that.
bro.
I don't watch that bullshit.
It's a good show.
I got it in 7th grade, man. I don't need to watch it again.
It's funny. I think you'll enjoy it.
You gotta watch Barry.
I'll do that if you watch Sex Education.
How long is Sex Education? How many seasons?
4 seasons.
Oh,
They're
that's
both.
Oh.
I think it's 8 episodes each. They're like
Oh.
hour like 40 hour.
Oh, I thought it was way longer. I thought it was
No,
like
no,
7 seasons.
Oh no,
God
no.
damn, I must be thinking of something else.
There's
Barry's pretty short.
4 seasons now.
You gotta watch it, man. Oh man. So, all right. Well, I guess I'll wrap it up. Before I go, I just want to say, just want to give a shout out to this guy. He was the first person outside of like Ale, who was in the other reviews, that actually found out about this channel, and he promoted it, and now all my coworkers are aware, which I'm cool with. So I appreciate that, man.
We gotta get you that green screen like Jeremy.
Oh yeah, shit. So yeah, the creator is. I forgot this was a review of the creator. So the creator is
Oh yeah,
movie.
like the creator that's supposed to be like God. He created us. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So now like I'm putting more and more together. Like I feel like it was intentionally supposed to be like for like AI.
AI. Yeah.
I'm talking about going to heaven.
They do. Yeah. They played Stairway to Heaven in the trailer. This is a very religious movie. I gotta look up. Fucking. Anyways. So yeah, that's it. I'll be back for the next review, which will be
Probably one of the horror movies.
probably Five Nights at Freddy's. God, that looks like shit.
It looks like shit because it looks cartoonish with the animatronics, but they're keeping it true to the
Yeah.
video game.
Yeah. I'm surprised. You know why it's PG-13 and not rated R, right?
Because kids want to see it.
It's basically a kids movie.
It's Chuck E. Cheese gone bad.
I was really scared of Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. That's not a joke. I really was. It freaked me out.
I was too poor to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I went to Peter Piper.
It's the same thing.
No, Peter Piper was cheaper back then.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. I went to Chuck E. Cheese. Well, the thing is, I went to Chuck E.
think
Cheese
so.
once, and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, I think Chuck E. Cheese was more expensive that I know of. At least that's why I was told why I never went. My parents probably lied to me. But yeah, I always went to Peter Piper instead.
Peter Piper's way better.
Yeah.
10 times better. Anyways, thanks for watching this review of Peter Piper. I appreciate it. Joseph will be back for more reviews in the future, probably. I don't know what, but he'll be
Taylor
back.
Swift, guys.
Oh, yeah. stay tuned for that. I'll see y'all later.